In this lesson, we will discuss standard and scientific notations. So I will show you what is the meaning of scientific notation, how to solve the problem of scientific notation and standard form. So suppose first question is, how do you write 880 in scientific notation? So solution, first I will go step by step, then I will explain to you what is the meaning of scientific notation. The first factor must be at least 1 and less than 10. So see, it says the first factor you have to start from the left hand side. Do not start from here. From here, the first factor should be 1 or less than 10. So it means it should be between 1 to 9. This is the first step of the scientific notation. Second is, the second factor must be a power of 10. Then we have to write down power of whatever. I will show you how you will write down the power of 10. So this is called the scientific notation. If you have a big number, you can write down in less digits, or in scientific notation which uses the 10 raised to power of 1, 2, 3 and so on. Suppose this is very simple question, 880, how you can write down 880 in scientific notation. So see, if someone asks you where is the decimal or point of 880, so the decimal is here, because you cannot see the decimal here. It is not 8.80 or 88.8, it is 880. So it means the decimal is at the end. This is the decimal 880.0. So first step in order to write down in the scientific notation, the first step is that the first factor must be between 1 to 9. So you have to move this decimal to the left hand side. In case of scientific notation, you have to move this decimal to left hand side. But in the next slide, when we will do the standard notation, you have to move to the right hand side. Keep in mind. So in scientific notation, you have to move your decimal to the left hand side. So if we will move this decimal here, one place, it is 88. So I said it should be between 1 to 9. So move one more place here. Now it is 8.8, which is between 1 to 9. So we can write down 8.8 or 8.80 if you want, right? Then multiply by second is, the second factor must be a power of 10 or exponent of 10. So you can write down 10. Now what you have to write down here? How you know? 1 power, 2 power, 3 power, 4 power. How you know? How many places you have moved this decimal? See, this is one place. Decimal was here before. One place and two place. So we have moved the decimal two places to the left hand side. So we will write down here 10 raised to power 2. This is the scientific notation of 880. If you will multiply and if you want to check your answer, it does not mean that 10 2 times 20. It means you have 10 2 times. 10 multiplied by 10, which is 100. So 100 multiplied by 8.8, again you will get 880. This one. So if you will read, you will find out the same thing what I have explained here. Move the decimal point to the left until the number is between 1 and 10, right? Between, or you can say 1 to 9. Count how many places move the decimal. We move the decimal two places to 10 raised to power 2. This is the scientific notation. In standard form, you have to move the decimal to the right hand side. If someone asks you 2.2 into 10 raised to power 5, you have to write down in the standard form, right? So what you have to do, 2.2, and this, the power of 10. The power of 10 will tell you how many places you have to move to the right hand side. It says 5 places. So 5 places after decimal, you have to count 5 places. but here we have only one place after decimal. You have to include whatever you have after decimal. So after decimal we have 2, so it means 4 more places. So what you have to write down here? 1 2 3? No, always write down 0 0 0 and 0. Now it is 5 places. You have to include whatever is there in the question. 1 2 3 4 5. So see, after decimal we are writing 0 0 0, so it does not affect this number. It will remain the same, 2.2 2.2. Now it means you have to move this decimal after 5 places. So move it. See, 1 2 3 4 5. So it will be 2 2 220,000. This is comma 0 0. Now our decimal is here. So you can say 2.2 multiplied by 10 raised to power 5 is equal to 220,000 in the standard form. This is the scientific notation. This is the standard form. If you will read this explanation, I have mentioned the same thing. Move the decimal point 5 places to the right. Right? In case of when you will write down in the standard form, you have to move to the right hand side, but in the case of scientific notation we have to move this decimal to the left hand side. Here I will show you few more questions. You have to write down 5.93 into 10 raised to power 4 in standard form. So see, 5.93, you have this thing in the question. After decimal, this is decimal, 0.93 is there. This power of 10 will show you how many places you have to move your decimal to the right hand side after this. So it says 4 places, but after decimal we have 932 places. So you have to add 20 here. Again I am explaining that you have to count whatever you have after decimal. You cannot put 40 here because 10 raised to power 4. No, whatever you have to include 93 as well. So 1 place, 2 place, 3 place, 4 place. Now it means you have to move this decimal here. So it will be 559,300.0, right? Because we have moved here. This is the standard form. Okay, now you have to write down 2850 in scientific notation. So what I told you in scientific notation, where is the decimal? The decimal is here, 0, right? 0 after decimal, it is here. So this first factor should be between 1 to 10, or you can say 1 to 9. So move your decimal. If I will move here one place, it will be 285. No, it is greater than this. Move here, it is 28.50. No, one move here, it will be 2.8. So this is between this range, that is fine. It will be 2.85. And in scientific notation you have to write down power of 10. Now what should be the power of 10? You have to count how many places you have moved your decimal. Decimal was here, so this is one place, second place and third place. So it means 10 raised to power 3. This is your scientific notation. It does not mean that 10 3 times 30. It means you have 10 3 times, which is 1000. This dot means multiplication. 1000 multiplied by 2.85, so you will get the same thing, 2850. One more question. 63 you have to write down in the scientific notation. So 63, where is the decimal? The decimal is here. It is like this. So you have to move your decimal to the left hand side. Move here, it will be 6.3. That is fine because this one is 1 to 9 range. It should be at least 1 or less than 10. So this is okay. So we will write down 6.3 and 10 raised to power what? How many places you have moved your decimal? Only one place. If you want, you can write down 1, it will remain the same. But if you will write down only 10, that is also same. Just multiply 10 and 6.3, you will get 63. This is the answer. So in scientific notation, you have to move your decimal on your left hand side, and you have to use this 10 raised to power whatever you have mentioned. But in the case of one is the scientific notation and other is standard form. Sorry, in a standard form you have to move your decimal to the right hand side. And here I have written some practice problem for you. Write 400 in the scientific notation, this one in the standard form, and so on. And your answers are also here. But please, first you have to solve these questions, then you can tell your answer. Still, if you have any question regarding scientific notation and standard form, you can write down in comment section. But please do not forget to subscribe to my channel on Saima on YouTube, Saima Academy, and thanks for watching.